Good evening. Welcome to episode 4 of the No Cap Sports Show podcast, where sports and convos collide. I'm your moderator, Ebony Lofton, and this week the guys will be talking about week 3 of the NFL. And we'll also be talking about the upcoming NBA season. And special guest tonight is Arlon Harper, former star of the Charleston Southern men's basketball team. Fred, Ron, Jonathan, and Mo, let's do it. Welcome. How's everybody doing?
What's up, babe? What's up, fella?
All right.
Outstanding.
What's happening?
Can't complain, man.
Everything good. Hey, if I could, man, I just want to shout my Aunt Nita out real quick. She's never been a sports fan, but since we started this podcast, she's been checking us out. So just what I told her, I would tell the guys.
Shout out Auntie, man.
Yeah. Thank you, Aunt Nita.
Appreciate you, Aunt Nita.
Yeah. Her and uncle. She texted me today. She said, yeah. She was like, nephew, I heard 2 of the shows already. She was like, your Uncle Blue then got me to be a sports fan. So much love to you, Aunt Nita. We appreciate it.
I'm gonna watch my language tonight too, Aunt Nita.
Really? Well, I hope that everybody goes out to our YouTube channel, smash the like, hit the subscribe, and check us out. We've got and share. Yes, absolutely share. This is week 4. Welcome, sit back and enjoy. So, fellas, week 3 of the NFL. Whose stock is up and whose stock is down? Definitely my Washington football team. Maybe losing their stock. I hope to hell it doesn't become 45 minutes of Jack Del Rio today. But what you got, fellas?
Oh my gosh! In terms of stock up, man, Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers, their stock is up. 37 seconds left. As me and Jay Will talked about, you left too much time on the clock, man. And when you leave time like that on the clock for a first ballot Hall of Famer, hey, guess what? You bound to win more than lose, or what have you. Guess what? They end up winning. So yeah, stock up is Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers. Stock up, LA Rams, man. Hey, I keep saying it, and I'm gonna keep saying it again. Sean McVay and Matt Stafford, that's a marriage made in heaven, man. Mm-hmm. That's an offensive juggernaut. So far so good, but we're definitely keeping an eye on them. Another stock up. Oh my gosh, the Carolina Panthers. Hey, Ron, I think that's your mob, man. And Matt Rule, hey man, Matt Rule got something going on down Carolina, man. Now it's going to be a huge test this week against them Cowboys, but man, so far so good in terms of them, man.
It's gonna be a good game.
Absolutely, big bro. Stock down, Pittsburgh Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger. It may be time. It may be time. You can't throw the ball over 15 yards, what have you. Your offensive line is terrible, man. Defense getting picked apart left and right. That's stock down to me. Stock down. Kansas City Chiefs. Have they caught up to Pat Mahomes? I don't know, but gosh, man, hey, that's what defensive coordinators get paid for at the end of the day, right? So in terms of their defense, they can't stop. I was gonna say shit, but Aunt Juanita's on here. So
you good? You good.
So they can't stop a damn thing, bro. Oh my gosh, man. Another stock down, and I'm gonna keep hitting this bandwagon. Not gonna hit this bandwagon. I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep hitting this horse every single time until I see some improvements, vast improvements. That's the WFT defense, man. I'm sorry. Look here. They can't get off the field on third downs. They cannot generate a pass rush. They lack gap integrity. They lack outside containment. The linebackers can't cover. Secondary don't communicate. They can't cover man to man. So, damn, if you can't do all that, then what the hell can we do at this point? So, those are my stocks up. Those are my stock up and stock down, fellas. What you got?
That's what's up. Like,
I'm gonna take a little different approach because we're gonna hit the same damn teams over and over. All of us watch the same games. So I'm gonna say stock up right now. It's the National Football League, because the viewership is high, because parity is high. At this point, no one would expect the Carolina Panthers to be 3-0 and have the best record in that division, or division that the Bucs play in. So, with that being said, I definitely had to get a shout out to the Carolina Panthers and their stock, but I'm going immediately in the stock down, and this is tiered, right? So we not gonna get to the shit show award, but I'm gonna do it anyway. The New York Jets have to be the shit show award, right? Robbie Anderson, he looked good, right? Sam Darnold looked good, right?
Right.
Leonard Williams was the best player on New York Giants. Joe Adams, I heard of him. He the best player. All of those players with New York Jets at some point. So that whole organization stock got to be down. And then another stock that's down, can we stop playing these dang on rookie quarterbacks early in their career? Best quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson, Pat Mahomes, all of them sat and looked and observed, right? Because there's 4 stages to learning, right? And the 2 pendulums on that stage is you got unconscious competence, unconscious incompetence. When you're unconsciously competent, that just means when you're going home from work, you make a left turn because that's what you know to do. You can't get to that point unless you're unconsciously competent from learning. So you need to have these NFL quarterbacks looking, observing. Now, because if Trevor Lawrence or if the kid Wilson lose their confidence, now we're going to say they will bust when the whole time they just got on the Autobahn and was in a Pinto. You understand what I'm saying? So that's my take on it. NFL teams, if you're not looking at it, if your team not ready, don't put them young guys out there. Draft a tackle, do something, man. I feel bad for Justin Fields. So that's my take on it, fellas. A little unconventional, but toss it up to somebody else.
I'll go next. So for my stock ups, of course, number one, I'm gonna go with the Rams. You know what I'm saying? I think personally they're the best team in football right now, just from the eye test, first 3 weeks. I mean, they do it on both sides of the ball, man. That defense is good. Their offense is high flying. They don't really have like a high powered run game, but it's good enough to get them by with that passing game. Matt Stafford is looking damn good. My next team for stock up, I'm gonna go with all bias aside, man, I gotta go with the Cowboys. We looking good, man. We exceeded expectations so far. Especially the defense. That's what surprised me the most. And I don't think nobody really had questions about our offense. The offense is kind of doing what people expected, with the weapons we got. But that defense is even surprised me.
I told you.
Yes.
Like I said when we had a couple pre-productions, like if they could just be middle of the pack, man, they lead the NFL in takeaways right now. So I think the Cowboys are stock up, Rams and the Browns. I give them a stock up because they pulled one off without their starters, really. You know what I'm saying? When Jarvis Landry went down, I forgot to give him a shout out last week. The Browns doing good. So for stock down, of course the Chiefs. We don't got to talk on that much. The Chiefs, I think that, like me and the fellas talked about in the group, I think they lost that it factor, man. Like they got Mahomes, don't get me wrong, but it's just like people not scared of the Chiefs no more.
Right.
I think teams could have been beating the Chiefs. It's just like they was just so scared and mesmerized by the stardom that Mahomes is doing the no looks. You know what I'm saying? I think they kind of just got a I don't care attitude no more. So I think the Chiefs stock went down. Pittsburgh stock definitely is way down. That offense looks terrible. I mean, Pittsburgh offense, even the defense, it just don't look the same, man. Pittsburgh look bad. And one that nobody named, man, is the Colts. The Colts look bad. Indianapolis 0-3. I mean, they look bad, bro. So I think those are my stock downs. Those are my stock ups and my stock downs.
As far as stock up, and I know Jay Will gonna get on me about this one, but I'm sticking with Denver and Teddy, baby. I got to stick with Denver. Now, granted, the 3 teams that they beat haven't won a game, but you play who's in front of you. And if Denver wasn't that good, they would have lost to those teams. I just love what Teddy Bridgewater's doing right now. 70%, 77% completion rate, right? And that defense is absolutely outstanding. We talked about this in our pre-production meetings during the summer, how, basically a quarterback like Teddy Bridgewater who won't lose the game for you. He ain't going to turn the ball over too much. One thing about Teddy, he'll throw the ball out of bounds. Before he makes a turnover. But he had success in Minnesota. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. I thought he made a Pro Bowl in Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken. I think he did. He showed us what he could do last year. Look, he is the reason why the Saints stayed afloat last year in 05. 5-0 in those games. I think he had a passer rating of like 101 in those 5 games that they won. He didn't make silly mistakes. He didn't turn the ball over. So I'm going to stick with Denver, man, just because I love their defense. I do, man. And they just added Patrick Surtain. And believe it or not, Cowboys, definitely. But, Jay Will, I told you this. Remember I told you. Cowboys defense couldn't get no worse. How much worse was it going to get? Yeah, right. So, and they could have only been better. Now, I made some jokes, before saying, well, Dan Quinn don't play defense. He just called plays. But let me tell you something. He got them boys flying around. They're fast on defense, and what they play with, how many starters did y'all not play with Monday night? 4 or 5 defensive starters?
It was 3, I think. I think it was only 3.
But that's crazy.
Lawrence,
Gregory?
Randy Gregory played.
He played.
Okay. Against the Eagles. I think it was Lawrence, Donovan Wilson, and one of our corners is still hurt.
Well, you got to count.
You're still missing offensive linemen.
You got to count the two defensive tackles who on IR. They didn't play this year. Neville Gallimore and Tristan Hill. They were slided to start before the season.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, I didn't count. They ain't played yet. But that's what you're saying.
And I could say, I could say Cowboys ain't played nobody, but they actually have played somebody. Listen.
Really right.
Listen. I know they stomped Philly out, but Philly. It was still a divisional game, and they beat a divisional rival by 20 points. Right. You understand what I'm saying? And as much as I want to say the Raiders, I won't. I'm not, only because I don't know how long that without a running game. I'm just saying, man. Like, I want to say I like the Raiders, but man, without a running game, I just can't see it. As far as my stock down, I'm going with one team. I'm disappointed in Seattle. It is still early. They 1-2, but Seattle still got the same problems, man. They can't stop nobody.
Yeah.
They scored 17 points in the first half against Minnesota on Sunday, and they ain't score again for the rest of the game. So, as far as stock down, I'm going to go with the Seattle Seahawks.
Let me ask you this. Shout out to Boston Young, man. Chargers are a sleeper. Yes.
That's my brother right there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
Absolutely.
Chargers real, boy.
Absolutely. Somebody put Cleveland out there as a sleeper, but as we all talked about before, it's up to Baker, man, right?
Right.
It's a Cowboys on a joke.
It's up to Baker at the end of the day. Hey guys, let me ask you something, man. And I don't want to keep banging this or what have you, but let me ask you this. I look at Dallas, right? I look at them defensively. They aren't as talented as Washington. We all agree, right? From a talent perspective, right. Just from a talent perspective, right?
The defense?
Right. Yeah. No. Dallas, from a talent perspective, they don't have a chase. They don't have a number one. They don't have a front line of number one draft picks and stuff like that. Right. Like that.
So they don't have the names. Let's say that they don't have the big names.
The names, yeah.
Right. And names, talent, because they come from they come from stock, right? Alabama, Ohio State, etc. Right. So what I'm saying, I'm saying that to say this: how come Dallas, right, as bad as their defense was last year, and then you bring in a Dan Quinn, right, a defensive mindset, coach Atlanta Falcons, was the defensive coordinator of that hella defense, Legion of Boom and stuff like that. How can he come there, and he can put something together that schemes his players or what have you, but we have all this supposedly talent or what have you, and we got I don't know. They claim he's a big time coordinator in Jack Del Rio or whatever. But how come we can't put it together from a defensive standpoint? What is it? Is it the scheme? Is it?
I think it's the scheme. I truly do. I truly think
it's the players. I think it's a player like I would like this. Why I agree with Coach Sy said last week in basketball, but in football, right? When you got 11 people out there, some of them guys just ain't gonna be as talented as the other players. So you got to scheme them in there. But here's the key: they got to buy into what you selling. They can't be looking. I look at Chase Young when y'all played. I think that was against the Giants. He kept looking up at the damn jumbotron. Excuse me, Auntie, but he kept looking at the jumbotron. And I'm like, bro, what you do? You playing football or you modeling right now? You know what I mean? You can't look at the press clippers. But some of it, and this is where I play devil's advocate. Some of it is the scheme. Maybe the players ain't buying into what Jack Del Real saying, and because they ain't playing as hard. But from what I see, I think it's hard. It's the players.
You know what it is?
This is my take on it.
Wait, bro.
This is how I look at it. I look at it as y'all defense were so good last year and so hyped up all season. So anytime anybody sees Washington on the schedule, they game plan for a heavy pass rush and they attack y'all linebackers. Fred, just because like how you see that the linebackers can't cover, trust me, every offensive coordinator see that as well. So they plan for these quick hitters and they see, okay, we're gonna make Jack Del Rio adjust. Now I give it to you, he's not adjusting like he should. But if you pay attention to every offense y'all play, the game plan is to get it out quick or do a lot of play action and motion across. That's what they hit you with because your linebackers can't cover sideline to sideline. Now, to answer your question about Dallas, we were so bad last year. So the fact that we came into this season with no pressure on us whatsoever, because like Ron said, we could do nothing but get better. So now with a new defensive coordinator, nobody knows anything about what Dallas could throw because it's a first-year defensive coordinator.
True. That's a great point.
And we were so bad. So teams coming in on us on some like, we got a game plan, we sticking to it. Dallas and Dan Quinn are adjusting.
That's a great point.
I think that's the difference between the two defenses. I still don't think our defense is better than y'all's. It's just a matter of
they're faster. They're faster than ours. Them boys fly. Hey, them boys flying around Monday nights, Len. I'm sorry. Man, them boys flying.
But that's by design. That's by design, Ron. Like they drafted this defense, right?
Right. I know they did.
Cover 3 scheme, right? Yes, and then last year, I talked to Fred offline about this, right? You can't draft players for a certain scheme and then bring in a different defensive coordinator and expect those players to just automatically fit in that scheme. Right. The Washington football team was a 3-4 defensive team 2 years ago. That's why y'all
they
drafted
were horrible though.
Tackles. They were horrible, but you drafted personnel for that scheme, and you still got that personnel there. The defensive tackles are still there. Your linebackers were drafted to play. They're pluggers. They're not cover guys. They're 3-4 linebackers, right? Yeah. Chase Young, I got it. He can stand up and rush. He probably would be better standing up and rush because his responsibilities would be a little different, right? So you asking those guys to have 4-3 principles. One thing that you look at, I played linebacker in high school and cornerback. Your defensive alignment in a 4-3 alignment, your 3 technique is supposed to plug that gap so that your linebackers can be clean. But he looking at the jumbotron too. He trying to get in that backfield. That's why your linebackers look that bad against the run.
Well, you know what, though, Mo, to piggyback off you, man, what I'm noticing is, and I don't know if you guys looked at the whole entire game this past Sunday. When he rushed or what have you, it's like the offensive line is using his speed against him, right? And he just go up like one lane or what have you.
One move.
And therefore, exactly. Number one, you lose an outside containment, what have you. If they screen to the line, screen to the running back or whatever, you just and it's just he doesn't have the hand technique is bad. It's no spin move. He doesn't have no hand technique. It's just one. It's not even a bull rush that I even see, and I'm just like. This guy is so talented. I don't want to dog this brother out, man. You know what I'm saying? He's deserving of everything. But, bro, at the end of the day, man, you got to put it. It has to manifest on the field. And Mo, I disagree with you. Yeah, you can say heart in a sense as well. But I'm with Ron, man. It's a combination of actually both the defensive scheme and the players itself, man. And if that is a problem, and if that is the issue. That's major, man. I don't know if there's any coming back from it unless you simplify it during the bye week. I don't know how you're going to, come back from that.
This is one thing, a reason why I haven't given up totally. This is one thing. Remember what I was telling you as far as giving time. This is one thing I noticed about this football team, probably over the last 12 years since when Gibbs came back. For some reason, no matter who the coach is, when we do have a okay season, when we make the playoff, we don't start getting it going to like week 10. Remember all the late pushes we had? Like when Gibbs was there, we didn't make a late push. When he came back, we didn't make a late push to the end of the year. We swept Dallas that year. We beat Philly in the last game. We went to the playoffs. We beat Tampa Bay. We lost to Seattle next year. Same thing with Shanahan. When RG3, we were like 5 and 6. Mm-hmm. We were like third in the division. We made a push towards the end of the year. We did the same thing with Gibbs the second. We did that twice with Gibbs. You know, and we did it last year with Ron Rivera. Something about this organization, like we've never really been front runners. I think the only time we were front runners when we had Zorn, we started off 8-1 and finished 8-8, you know, or something like that. You know, we had Jim Zorn. So I don't know, man. Like maybe they'll get it going. The only reason why I think I'm not ready to throw in the towel yet because I still think Ron Rivera is a good coach, and I think he knows how to get their attention. But like I said, we'll see.
Okay, bet.
You know what I think is funny? I don't know if y'all saw one of the comments, but somebody said that Chase Young's shirt is too small. That's why.
Yeah.
Hey, Darren Washington. You got jokes, Darren Washington. Go ahead with all that.
Leave him alone. It's the sports shirt thing.
Absolutely.
Well, family, we have a very special guest tonight, Mr. Arlon Harper, former star, again, of the Charleston Southern men's basketball team. And he's going to come in and share everything about his career and what he's been up to. Family, please give him a round of applause. Arlon, welcome.
Yo.
Yes, sir.
What's happening?
All right.
What's going on, Mr. Arlon?
Living.
Good. That's what's up, man. Well, like I said, welcome aboard, bro. Long overdue. We gonna yeah. So go ahead, guys. I know you guys want to go ahead now. You go. I wait. I go last.
Okay, well I'll start. Hey, listen, man. You know, I did some reading on you guys. Do me a favor. Talk about. I think it was the 2013-2014 year. I think you guys didn't do so well. I think you finished like maybe 6-10 in the conference. But in 2014 and 15, you guys made a huge leap. It was almost like a complete 360. Right. Talk about that season where you didn't do so well, and then what did you guys do to, you know, snap out of that in 2014 season, because you opened up the season against Ole Miss and you beat them, a Power 5 school. So, you know, that was big. And I also want to say, too, my man, hey, I noticed, man, in that 2013 season, you was a high scorer in like several of those games. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, yeah. I said, okay, my man was a baller. I think your highest score total was 26 points against Western Carolina or whatever. But talk about the difference between two seasons, though.
Man, I'd say the major difference between the two seasons, my junior year was the 13-14 season that you spoke on. Y'all had him last week, Coach Saw Nimley. He spoke a little bit about the knee injury that he went through.
Right.
So he and I were our leading scorers. You know, we were the leader of those teams. And, of course, he had the knee injury, and I actually had a bad ankle injury myself. So I was battling a lot of injuries that season as well. So, you know, that was pretty much how it went. You know, I missed a couple games. He missed, I want to say, like the last 10 or 12. So, you know, you get the reshuffling, you know, guys having bigger roles than they're used to. And then, you know, I kind of was out there a little bit with kind of playing on one foot some games. But, you know, it kind of was what it was. You know, we fought it out. We actually ended up taking Coastal in the double overtime, I want to say. They ended up winning the conference. So, you know, credit to the guys that was, you know, next man up. So we fought it out, but, you know, we were down a couple important pieces. And then going to that next year, man, we really just went back to the basics. You know, I went home, shout out my boy Rob in the comments, man. I got back home, man, and got in the lab with my guys. You know, I wasn't able to really get in and you know, work on my stuff like I was the previous 2 seasons because of the injuries. And so, you know, I took that summer to myself, got back in the lab, man, and really went back home to Atlanta and was there all summer. Just, you know, getting back to the basics. You know, really I mean, that was probably the best shape of my life I was going into the senior year. And then, of course, you know, we heard Saw Nimley, the Coach Nims, the kind of senior year he had, and he was fourth in the country in scoring. So you get a combination of what he did with the core group of us that we had were all seniors that year. So we all came in, and so I want to say, in terms of production, we lost after our senior year graduated. We lost about 75% of our production.
Wow.
So we went as pretty much me and Saul and the rest of those seniors went. So we knew this was the last time we was gonna be in that Buck Dome, man, putting that uniform on. So we had almost reached pretty much the mountaintop. We lost in the Big South Championship my sophomore year. Then you coming in with high expectations and bad season. So it's like, shit, man, this is the last one, man. What we gonna do? Put up or shut up? And so like I said, everybody locked in, man. We knew what was at stake, and shit. We fought it out, and we came away with what we had.
That's what's up. Go ahead, Ron. You got any other questions?
Oh, y'all go ahead, man.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mo. Go ahead, Jay. I got mine last. Go ahead.
I think Mo froze
okay.
My boy.
So for me, I like to keep it light. Like, you know what I'm saying? You already told us what you did in college. Absolutely. So what are you doing now? What's that post life like? What you doing down in Atlanta? What's going on?
Man, so actually now I do pretty much training now. So I've had an opportunity to train and be a part of help developing a lot of really good players. Man, we got two kids at Auburn now. Wow. We got one that's a freshman at Belmont. We got one at Southern Wesleyan up there in South Carolina. We got a couple girls, one playing at Bob Jones. One will get a chance to play at Bob Jones next year. So, kind of pretty much taking what I had and giving it back to the youngest, man, because after college, I had a chance to go overseas, and then I damaged the nerves in my foot. So, like, that pretty much put a halt to my professional career. And so, I think we all as athletes kind of find that weird space of like, this is what I've been doing my whole life. Almost from 8 years old to I'm 25, or I was 25 at the time when I stopped playing. Like, what do I do? And so, like I said, my man's Rob, and shout out to Austin Ewing, man. They trained me when I was in high school, and then they kind of just brought me back. Like, hey, man, like, you got all the information. You can do it at a high level. You in the gym with these kids. Shit, give them what you know. You just went through it. Give them the information, man. Teach these cats, help them get to where they are. So now, I kind of feel that role of big bro. My coach at Woodward Academy, just helped. Was part of the staff that helped win the state championship, the first one in school history in 2020. I got my coaching hat on. I actually was coaching at Charleston Southern in 2018 as well. And so, the NCAA, man, that's a topic for another day. But I didn't really like the structure of the NCAA and all that stuff. So, like I said, I went back home, man, got in the lab, and you see, you're able to see the success that these youngins have, man. And so for me, don't nobody want to I'm like Otis, man. Don't nobody want to come see me hoop no more. So, I give it to the young boys now and then. That's kind of where I get my satisfaction now, watching them boys go out there, and people now get to watch them, and you get to have them conversations, and you play it on TV and all of that stuff. That's kind of where I get my gratification out of basketball now. I jump out there, so I still can go. I get out there and win me a couple games, but outside of that, man, I'm just giving it back.
Go ahead, salute for that. If more cats would do what you're doing, we'll have a better world.
Okay, bet. So, Arlon, I'm just gonna throw a softball question at you, man. Yes, and I just want to know this. We was talking. I know we was talking junk backstage before the show started or what have you. Yeah. Just go ahead and give me your top 5 forwards of all time. Just give me your top 5 forwards of all time.
Small
forwards.
Small forwards. Exactly. Top 5 of all time, and I'm gonna go. I gotta go with the king, man. Bron, number 1 for sure. I'm gonna go with Easy Money second, man. I'm gonna go with Durant 2. I'm gonna go with Larry Bird 3. And man, it gets hard for me because this type of stuff is like word of mouth, like 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 a James Worthy. Only because like I never seen him play. I'm 28, so you know this stuff is for me again is word of mouth. And then I'm an Atlanta guy, man. I'm an Atlanta guy. Y'all probably disagree, but just because I'm from Atlanta, I'm gonna put Dominique in there, man. Number 5.
No Pippen. No Pippen.
I'm putting Nick.
Wow.
In there.
Whoa.
I'm putting Nick in there.
Wow.
I'm putting.
Yeah,
Nick.
you just said
I like Scotty.
Yeah,
I like
28.
Scotty. I love Scotty. I like what he did, man. But
Lockdown defender.
Exactly.
I'm talking about lockdown on like Kobe.
Can run your offense. Yeah.
Run your offense, run the point, everything.
Got it all.
Not in your top 5, bro.
He went out there getting 30 a game, though. Dominique was getting 30 a game.
Okay. You're looking at offense.
I mean, no, not just points. Not just points. I mean, we saw what and Pippen did a damn good job when Jordan went to play softball, baseball.
Baseball. He was third. He was third in.
That's that.
He was third in MVP.
For sure.
MVP voting that year behind Akeem Olajuwon and David Robinson.
Yeah, but that's just a preference, man. Like I said,
As an Atlanta guy, Kawhi.
Yeah, no.
Hey, listen. Hey, Maurice. That's my homeboy Rock, man. He is a big Kawhi Leonard fan.
Come on, man.
Hey, so I see what you're saying about.
Hey, Sean, he said Bird, Sean. He said Bird.
You can't put Pippen there, you know what I'm saying, based off of defense.
He just didn't put Scottie Pippen in there.
Or Dr. J. He's 28, Sean.
I was about to ask
you. I ain't see Dr. J.
You ain't
right.
No, even by word of mouth. No Dr. J, no, like, I mean, how people hype up Clyde Drexler. I didn't see him play either.
Well, he's a 2.
He's a 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only
shooting
one,
guard.
like I said, Scotty and Dr. J is probably the only one that I'm like,
that's
I
respect.
To you, but again, I don't really know. So shit, I'm just going with the Atlanta vibe.
That's respect.
At number 5.
That's respect.
Shit, I watched Larry goddamn get a Hawks the business and had the bench over there crying because he hit shots from all over the place. So I mean, I'm going with Larry out of that because again, I ain't really see him, but shit, I know he was that guy.
Oh, he was having an album, no question.
Yeah.
Great White Hope.
Okay, right. That's what's up, man.
For sure.
All right. So let me ask you guys this right here. What have you? So,
Fred got the notepad out, my man.
I got the notepad.
Yes, sir. Hey, that's what's up.
I got the notepads on you, man.
That's what's up.
Hey,
ain't nothing wrong with that.
No notes since TC Williams.
Hey, he took him today.
I took him today,
That's right.
Yeah, he probably got pictures like over there.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. Nothing.
Fred need to make sure he wipe his glasses and everything and check his notes twice. But while he's getting it together, if you want to join the conversation with my man Arlon and talk to the fellas, please give us a call, 800-51, that's no cap, that's 800-516-6227. All right, go with your notes.
Okay, let me ask you guys this, right? Are the Brooklyn Nets a team to beat 2021-2022 season?
Yes.
And why?
I mean, I'm a Laker fan, so I think the Lakers and the Nets are the two best teams in basketball. And I think healthy, I think that Brooklyn team is a little more dangerous than the Lakers. I mean, everybody says something about the defense, but they showed in the playoffs. I mean, they're capable of getting enough stops just with how high powered that damn offense is. So I think healthy. And then also, too, we haven't seen that Lakers team play together yet.
From a continuity standpoint.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't really just say, oh, yeah, the Lakers the team to beat, and let's say if the shit don't work out. But Brooklyn showed with all 3 stars healthy, like, they can make it work. So to me, I think that Brooklyn team is the team to beat.
Oh, man. Well, y'all already know how I feel about my man Kyrie. Because I'm definitely not by it. I just, you know what, man? I'm going to take a different route, though. Seriously. I mean, with all seriousness. Last night I was thinking about this. I'm just trying to think, like, how's this going to work out with Brooklyn with the whole Kyrie thing? Because Kyrie seems pretty adamant that, look, I'm not going to be vaccinated. And, you know, we all talked about that on the text the other day. Like, I know KD is this guy. I know he and KD like brothers. But KD want a ring. Harden wants his first ring. So, how long are they going to deal with this? And y'all know my love for Kyrie. But, man, right is right and wrong is wrong. I'm not saying I'm not judging him, you know, because he's unvaccinated. But it's like, I don't know, man. I just see that could possibly divide the locker room.
Right.
That can cause some dissension, man. But like I said, it still remains to be seen. And let me say this, and Mo and John, I know y'all won't believe me with this, but I know we all say the Lakers are old. But Brooklyn got a little age on them too this year, you know. But hold on. I know they're still young, but that's what I was trying to tell you guys about Anthony Davis. The engine of that car in LA is Anthony Davis. It's not LeBron. Some may beg to differ. If Anthony Davis is not healthy,
right,
they don't win nothing next year. You can put if Anthony Davis is hurt and keep that same crew of guys that they have, they won't make it out the second round without Anthony Davis in the West. I'm telling you, man.
You can say that about LeBron too, though. If he hurt, they won't do nothing.
Oh well, we know that. But what I'm talking about is Anthony Davis is the core. He is unstoppable. There's nobody in the NBA that can check Anthony Davis.
Bet. All right, so look, I'm gonna plug my 2 cents in it right quick, and I'm gonna let Arlon and my man Money Mo go in and what have you. Are the Brooklyn Nets the team to beat in 2021? Fuck yeah. Excuse my French, Aunt.
No, you good.
Okay, well then back in. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. They're the team to beat. Only let me tell you something, man. The only thing that can hold them back is 2 things: injuries and COVID-19. That's it. Yeah. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? If they remain intact from a health standpoint, I don't see nobody touching them at all. Yes, I know LA got a lot of veteran presence and stuff like that. A lot of vets would have, but it like my man Jay Will iterated earlier, what have you. It's unproven. I mean, it's not unproven, but it's in terms from a chemistry standpoint, you don't know how that's going to work. You got 2 players in LeBron and Westbrook that demand the ball, right? Who's playing off the ball? We want to see how that works and stuff like that. But and then let's go to the East. What? I mean, yeah, Miami picked up Kyle Lowry, what have you. Yeah, I mean, that's a good addition, but I don't see no threat there. In terms of what Chicago did, picking up the pieces, that's unproven. I don't see no threat there. Yes, and then we can talk about the defending champions, Milwaukee Bucks. Well, let's talk about it. We know how they got there. So I mean, if it wasn't for James Harden playing at what 25% on a bum hamstring or what have you, then this would be a different story. But you know what? I don't need to go there. But again, it is the Brooklyn Nets, in my opinion, by a landslide. I don't see nobody touching them. The only two things that can stop them, in my opinion, is COVID-19 and significant injuries. That's it.
See, I didn't think about COVID. I didn't think about COVID when I was talking. I was just thinking of like just pure health, both teams together. Of course, you got to take into account of COVID. So that's my bad. Of course, if Kyrie don't get vaccinated, then Brooklyn ain't the team to beat. But Fred, let's ease up on the whole landslide shit. Like you
right.
That's too far of the landslide.
And I'll say this, Fred.
Go ahead, bro.
And I'll say this: even if Brooklyn stays healthy, even if they stay healthy through the season, the only thing that scares me about them is the same problem they had in play. They still ain't got no rebounding. Who gonna rebound the ball? When they play a team like Milwaukee, who gonna rebound the ball? Milwaukee killed them on the boards last year.
Yeah, Milwaukee.
Who's gonna rebound? LaMarcus Aldridge?
Right. Okay. Hey, I get it, but the fact of the matter is, we know how. You know what I'm saying? We know how they lost at the end. You know, we know.
Right. True. Right. But they were also rebounded because they didn't have it. They didn't have any true rebounders or true big men to get down there and bang who know they rolled the rebound. They got killed on the boards last year.
It was a mismatch from a rebounding standpoint and stuff like that. But let me tell you something: when you subtract Kyrie Irving and you subtract James Harden, I mean, come on, bro, you subtract almost 60 points. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to rely on somebody like Joe Harrison. Don't even let me get into that right there. That's another subject right there. Showed up all damn season long, but when the playoffs come, you fold like a goddamn lawn chair. But that's another subject for another day. My bad, guys. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you guys do.
I'm gonna chime in, Fred. I appreciate the softball like Michael Jordan. I'm gonna hit this one. You know, I hear what you're saying about the Brooklyn Nets, and I totally agree. We're one of the most talented teams we've ever seen lace it up in the NBA. But you made 2 points. The only 2 things that can stop them is injuries and COVID-19. And unfortunately, they got a motherfucker who ain't vaccinated. So you put COVID-19 into play. And you got 2 very injury-prone players in James Harden and Kyrie Irving. So you telling me going into the season that these are the guys to beat, I'll say, yeah, on 2K. But, like, what have they won? They ain't won nothing. So in order for me to say that I got to beat you, shit, you got to win something. You ain't beat me, so why are you the team to beat? And as far as talent is concerned, of course, but they ain't won nothing. Prove it to me, because you get in the playoffs and then again you get COVID-19. Whether you vaccinated or not, we all know that you can get COVID-19.
Absolutely. That's why I specify those two things in my opinion.
Right, for sure. And so I mean, even if you are vaccinated and Kyrie has to miss 3 games because of protocol, or anybody, and they can go for any team. But again, I think personally, just because this kind of how I grew up on shit, if you want to be the champ, you got to beat them. And going into next year, man, you got to put the Bucks up there. Now we can talk about teams getting injured and this guy going down and you got to play the game.
Hey, Arlon, real quick, I promise, just real quick. When I told these guys that this summer, your boy Jonathan said, man, ain't no damn way in hell Brooklyn. I said, okay. Like I said, man, they are the, and look, I'm with you on that. Jonathan said, Milwaukee ain't happening, period. So, hey, but I'm with you on that one. Go ahead and finish.
I agree, though. I agreed. I didn't think Milwaukee was like that either. But again, it happened. Shit, I didn't think the Miami Heat was good enough to play in the championship against the Lakers. But again, shit, it happened. I mean, you don't know. And so going into it, man, I gotta stick with the guys who just hoisted up the trophy, just like last year. I went with the Lakers as a team to beat, because shit, until you beat them, man, they sit on top of the throne. So until you take it from Milwaukee, you gotta put them up there.
They're gonna take it from Milwaukee, but go ahead.
Yeah,
so prove it.
I'm gonna give y'all a little insight, right? We get these questions on like Sunday or Monday, right? And I was like, my brother Jay Will, I'm like, hey man, it's gotta be Nets, you know what I'm saying? Because of all the talent that's there. And then Tuesday, I started hearing this about Kyrie Irving. You cannot win a championship if everybody's not functioning as a team. This is a team sport. Whatever you choose to do as an individual, that is your choice, right? Nobody telling you to do this or that, but it's a team. We got to move as one. The Lakers all vaccinated. Hell, the New York Knicks all vaccinated. You know what I'm saying? So if you try to win a championship, you got to show me that. And Arlen made a good point about the Bucks, but I want to say the Brooklyn Nets are the team to beat, but hell, they not even functioning as a team. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so your selfishness or whatever you got going on is bigger than the team. So that's big, guys. And I don't think we really thinking about it. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. The first time Kyrie fucks something up, and he human, he gonna fuck something up. They're gonna look at him and be like, well, if your ass was in training, maybe you would have been all right. So it's up the flow of team chemistry right now. The Lakers, they holding players only camps with LeBron, no coaches, just players only. They building something. You know what I'm saying? And they building our culture that 4 players were already there off that championship team. We act like the Lakers didn't just win a championship. They just won a championship the season before last. When Brooklyn won one. Shit,
I will say, and one more point to that, Mo, like the one thing I don't think anybody, tell me if I'm wrong, I don't think we can point at anybody on the Brooklyn Nets and say, man, that guy's a leader, or this guy, can rally these guys together. I mean, as good as Kevin Durant is, I ain't really known him to be no guy that's like, shit, Kevin Durant, he's vocal, he get James Harden, this nigga gonna be in the like.
Okay, but Arlen, you saying, everybody lead in different ways, man. KD is not a rah guy or whatever. KD's like, give me the fucking ball, and you know what I'm saying, let me take you to the damn promised land if I need to.
Leader.
Especially,
I agree.
What is your definition of a leader, Jay Will?
Somebody that's gonna get the damn troops in line and let's do what we need to do.
Okay,
you can't say you a leader if you're not. Listen, Fred, I get it that you're a KD fan, but let's ease up with it. It is, Fred. It's a whole lot of KD fan talk.
Don't let me bring up Westbrook in here.
Bro, but this the thing, though, Fred. You can't say that this man's a leader when Harden got to miss games to see in the damn club with rappers. Like, bro, you a basketball player.
That's
bro.
how I feel on Harden.
We got games to play. If I'm a leader, I'm gonna get your ass in line. I ain't gotta yell at you. I ain't gotta talk to you like you beneath me. But I'm gonna let you know it's a task at hand, and you keep your ass out the goddamn club, bro.
So how come LeBron couldn't lead Dennis Schroeder last year then? Let me marinate on that. Let me marinate on that.
Exactly. Right. He let his ass right on the ball.
He let his ass right on the ball some damn way, right? Didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
That's a good.
That's a good question.
This no cap, right?
That's a good question.
If KD was such a good leader, he couldn't even have a damn conversation with Russell Westbrook and tell him stop turning the damn ball over.
See, you want to go back?
Come on, man. We're talking fire.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
I'm just being real.
Come on, Mo.
Talking about president.
It's no cap.
But
Come
that
on, Mo.
goes
You
to
capping
his
right now.
character, man. No, man. That's real though. I mean, when Draymond stepped to him like a man on the court, he had to have somebody else talk to Draymond.
Who had to have that? Was you there, Mo? Was you at the game with him?
They talked about it.
He had management talk to him.
About it,
Hey,
Mo.
You were not sitting there embarrassing like that. Something that make up these stories.
KD said when Draymond yelled at him and did all of that, that is what also played a part of him leaving. Like, come on, bro. Like, we ain't no little kids, fam. If you a leader, if you an alpha dog, bro, like hash it out like men, and let's keep winning these damn rings, bro. Like,
hey, homeboy, everybody leads different, bro. Bottom line,
they do.
Everybody
Absolutely.
Okay, but let's see KD lead in some kind of way. What is his different? What like how does he lead?
Hold on. I believe he did. In the playoffs last year, he led by example, bro. He did everything he could possibly do to win that series last year. I mean, he gave it. Come on, Jay Will. He gave it his all, bro. Come on, man. He was the only.
I'm not disagreeing with you, Ron.
So that's what I'm saying. Like he said, everybody leads differently. He led by example. He led by example with his play. He left it all out there on the floor. You know what I'm saying? So but man, like I said, man, they were just in disarray with injuries last year. It was just a lot going on with Brooklyn. But everybody does lead differently.
I will say the last thing though, real quick. I will say, I think we all agree as far as the leading by example. I think all three of them can lead by example because all the motherfuckers gonna get 50. That's not what we're talking about.
Right,
like, it's the other shit. That's not the lead that the Brooklyn Nets need. And that's what we're saying. Somebody got to step in and get the troops in line.
Right.
Because when they on the floor doing what they do, shit, you can't beat them. But the question is, can everybody come on the floor and do what they do? And
like, bro, KD taking over the game and almost winning the game isn't leading. That's just him being damn Kevin Durant. Like, you can't stop him.
I don't know about that.
You're wrong. I totally just.
Bro,
go ahead, Ron. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I disagree.
Let me know where I'm wrong by saying Kevin Durant being Kevin Durant scoring 48, 50 points is him leading. Like, bro, that's him being Kevin Durant.
Okay, so let me counter that, home team. What you got to understand is this. KD is probably one of the most efficient offensive players that you've ever seen in your damn life. Okay, he's very selective in terms of his shots. He likes to get everybody else involved. He doesn't need the ball to dominate or what have you. He doesn't have to have the ball in his hand to dominate, like, you know what I'm saying, like LeBron or what have you. He can play off the ball. He can play on the ball. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. From a score, from a scoring standpoint, we don't really need to go there. And then if we want to revert back to last year, and you talking about just scoring or what have you, I mean, who the fuck did they have? He had no choice. He had an injured James Harden. You had no Kyrie Irving. He had nobody else to depend on. And for you to sit up there and say, well, that's what he had to do. He don't have to be a rah-rah guy. He is the leader of that damn team.
What the hell does that have to do with leadership, Fred?
Bro, Maurice, I was waiting on Freddie to finish. I was waiting for Freddie to finish, and I was literally going to ask him all that you just said. What does that have to do with leading, bro? Like him scoring the ball, him not having no help, that has nothing to do with leading, bro.
That's that young shit y'all on. That's that young shit y'all on, man.
It's a part of it.
For real.
No, that's that bias shit you on. Like him scoring 40 points and him not having no help. Bro, Fred, if Joe Harris is not hitting anything, KD don't have Harden or Kyrie. What else is he going to do? If he want to win, that ain't got nothing to do with lead, bro. He wants to win the game. He's being Kevin Durant.
So what you want KD to do? Send Joe Harris to Arlon for what shit?
It ain't got nothing to do with Joe Harris. It ain't got nothing to do with Joe Harris. It's about getting your stars mindset and what the hell they supposed to be doing. It ain't got nothing to do with Joe Harris. Ain't got nothing to do with Jeff Green. If KD is such a leader, you don't have to be rah-rah. You keep saying rah-rah. LeBron.
That's LeBron.
You keep bringing LeBron. Any other leader? Nikola Jokic is the leader of the Nets. He's not rah-rah, but you don't see them out there doing bullshit. And they got a bunch of young guns. They don't do none of that bullshit that Harden be on. Harden want to be 4PF and Lil Baby so damn bad. He had to club by this man Honey Buns and Arlon Harper Gates. How you a leader and your second player is in the club and you got a game?
You on that bullshit. First of all, he's not a babysitter, bro. We grown. This NBA is for grown folks only.
You ain't got to be a babysitter. Be a leader.
What you supposed to go in the club with him?
No, you're supposed to tell the man to get his damn head. If you're gonna lead by example, then lead by example.
You need to be tested, bro. You need to be tested.
No, you do. Because you got a whole lot of bro. Anything with KD. Hey, Ron, you want to know something funny? You know how you said the LeBron nights that think LeBron can do no wrong? That's Fred with KD. You would never hear Fred say anything. KD can't do no wrong with Fred, bro.
But Jay will. You the same way with Westbrook, though, homie.
Thank you.
You the same way with Westbrook.
But listen though, do I not agree with you with the turnovers? Do I not agree with you with the bad stuff? I even told you, Ron. I said Westbrook makes it hard for me to defend him at times.
You did,
bro.
You
thank
did.
you. Fred don't say nothing like that with KD because when I brought up KD turning the ball over as well with Westbrook, what did he say? What did he say? He turned it all over. It was all Westbrook's fault. KD didn't do nothing wrong.
What I suggest you do, this is your homework assignment, Jay Will. What I suggest you do is pull up Game 7 of Golden State OKC or whatever. I want you to look at the last 8 minutes, and then I want you to get back with me.
I don't want to hear about it because that goes back. If he was a leader, Fred, then he wouldn't have allowed Westbrook to do that type stuff. If he was the so-called leader, then
you on, man, you on.
He would have, like you said, he would have led by example. I'm going by your line. He would have got the ball and he would have.
He want Kevin Durant to go to the club with Lil Baby and James Harden.
Where is my popcorn?
How are you a leader? If your excuse gonna be, well, Westbrook had 8 turnovers in the final minutes, you a goddamn leader go get the ball, right?
You doing some club shit. We
babysitting that. I don't want to hear that. You talk about KD, bro. Your man's such a leader. I get what LeBron did, but that man did the weakest move I think I ever seen by a damn superstar. You go join the team that won 73 games and came back and backed those sweet your ass, and you gonna go join them?
KD really making you better.
One of the weakest moves I think I ever seen.
You mad?
Come on, bro. You don't want to get on that KD topic. You don't want to get on that.
Let's talk about LeBron last year, right? Let's talk about last year against Phoenix. He threw his team under the goddamn bus in Phoenix. What did he?
He can. LeBron not my favorite player, so I'll admit when he do some dirty shit. I don't care.
This is
it don't bother. That's my favorite.
We keep it 1,000%.
Hey, look, man. I know how to solve all this, man. I know how to solve all this, man.
Let him know. What's up?
3 words, man. Mike the GOAT, man. Let's move on.
And Kobe Bryant the second.
I knew that was coming wrong.
You know it. All right. Tell us what else we got for Coach.
All right, so look, Coach. Let me ask you this, right? So, can Atlanta Hawks build off their success from last year?
Shit. I hope so. I'm gonna take an approach and say, yeah.
I know who's coming too.
Oh, yeah. I think, yeah. Shit. We saw what I think, is the emergence of the babyface assassin, part 2, and Trae Young, man, and then the core of those guys. You got Capella back. We was able to re-sign John Collins in the offseason. We had an injury riddle Cam Reddish last year, who everybody talks about, even back to Duke. Zion was like, man, shit, he one of the most talented guys. Now again, it's about putting it together, and figuring it out. But shit, I want to say, coaches is like, shit, he got like Paul George type potential. Now, of course, you got to unlock it, but you bring him back. You got
who John Collins?
You talking about Cam Reddish.
Oh, Cam Reddish.
Cam Reddish. You bring DeAndre Hunter back, who was.
Okay.
Shit. I mean, we got it. We got everything back now. Again, so you got to go through what used to be, the weak Eastern Conference, but shit, it's a juggernaut now. Of course, we don't know what Philly gonna look like with the whole Ben Simmons situation. But you got Milwaukee coming back with what they coming back with. Shit, you got the Nets who loaded.
Bulls, Miami.
Yeah, I ain't worried about the Bulls. Right. But Miami, I ain't worried about the Bulls.
They'll be better than last year.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They're not gonna be a walkover. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna be a pushover.
They're not gonna be a pushover than what they were last year. But
I hope they ain't worse.
Right.
they'll
You
be
got
all right.
them. You know, Miami. Shit, they coming back. So I mean, you know, they got some hitters to go through. But you know, as far as you know, them building on what they started last year, man, I think they're gonna be poised to shit shake some shit up again in the East. You know, you resign coach, man, and it looked like them young boys, man, they believe and shit. Trey, man, he probably he one of them guys, man.
Man.
At least in recent memory in Atlanta, like Trey probably
Ice
got
water.
him and Vic, like
That's ice
of,
water. I call Trey Young ice water.
Man,
he got that bag with him.
Ice water, bro.
So
He's
I definitely think they I think they here, and you know they got something to say.
What you got, Money Mo?
Facts.
I think Maurice is a little late though.
Atlanta got something to say, goddamn.
Yeah, you already know. Shout out Rock, man.
Atlanta got something to say.
Right.
So my thing is, I think Atlanta definitely can improve off of that. Atlanta has a true superstar in the making in Trey Young. Plus, if you really look at it, right, one through damn two-way contract guy, Atlanta is probably the deepest team in the East. From one all the way down to the equipment manager. Them boys is bringing it, and they have a good coach. They have a good structure. And what I like
the coach
is I like team, man. I love teams. I love that team. You will never hear no BS coming out of Atlanta. Well, I mean, John Collins and Trey Young, but I mean, I don't know how much of that was fabricated and how much of that was true. You know what I mean? But you really don't hear all of that craziness. You know what I'm saying? So I think Atlanta definitely gonna take another step as long as they got Ice Trey and he ready to go. That's my take on it. As far as the rest of the teams in the East, it seems like they moving out Atlanta way every day. You know what I'm saying? Ben Simmons ain't get traded. Doggone Kyrie ain't get vaccinated. They just keep moving out of them boys' way, man. It's them and Milwaukee are the true teams in the Eastern Conference. I mean, Miami's. I got to see, man. Jimmy Butler be bipolar sometimes. You don't know what the hell you're gonna get from him. So that I think it definitely could represent the Eastern Conference in the finals.
All right, what you got?
That's a hot take for you, right though.
I know that's right.
I think they could build on it. Do I think they'll take a big leap? I'm probably be devil's advocate. I don't think so. I kind of think with the team that they got right now, I get it. They signed a couple guys back. I just don't think that they got the type of guys that's just gonna make a big leap to make a more of a push. I think what they did last year is kind of like, I'm not gonna say ceiling because it make it seem like there's no chance they get better, but I think the push they made last year is kind of like, for right now, almost their peak until they get like that one more guy. You see what I'm saying? Right. Or like Sal just said, until Cam Reddish get over that hump to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? I think Atlanta is kind of, don't get me wrong, they still good as they showed last year. But I just don't think like they got enough to, like Mo said, that hot take, that was a little too hot for me. I don't think they got a chance at going to the finals out East. I mean, I just don't think that, I get it, they play like a team. I don't think that they could beat Milwaukee or like the Nets. I just don't think that they got the team yet to be the team. Like Trey Young is good, but I still don't think they got enough of those guys, so to speak, to beat a team like that. I just think, me personally, I think Giannis will be too much for the Hawks.
So what are they missing then, Jay Will? Let me ask you that. Let me
throw that.
I think if they had like a bona fide two-man instead of Kevin Huerter or some shit, like I think if Cam Reddish, I think they need a two-man because like I don't feel like John Collins and Capella can compete down low.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Trey Young is definitely good. I like Cam Reddish.
What about Bogdanovich? You don't like Bogdanovich? He's there too.
Nah, not really. I'm not a fan of him.
Wow.
I'm not a fan of him. I'm not a fan of him.
Hey.
Him being, I think him being your starting two guard, I just don't think that me personally, I'm not a fan of Bogdanovich. So if they could get like a better team, I'm not saying they got to go get a superstar, but I think they got to get a little better two-man than Bogdanovich, me personally.
Hey, man, I'm about to drop a Woj bomb before he do. We'll replay this. When it happens, replay it. If it don't happen, don't replay it. But, hey, man, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, and I'm going out on a limb to say, don't be surprised if Atlanta start packaging some of them young boys and go out and get somebody like Karl Anthony Towns. Bring him in. Because I'm going to tell you, the thing about Atlanta sports, and anybody in Atlanta that know, and y'all watch sports as well, the one thing Atlanta don't do them motherfuckers don't do nothing. Like we just get who we get, and that's it.
And
Like
stick with
and the Hawks, man, they on the verge. Like again, Mo, your take work a little too hot, but I think they right there. And so like, what do you do? And personally, this is just kind of how I think. Like you got somebody like Trae Young, he locked in, man. Like, what do you do? And I think in order to keep somebody like Trae Young happy, and it's hard to win championships. But what you got to start doing, man, is start dedicating and showing these dudes that, look, man, we want you, we love what you're doing. Shit, let's start trying to do something to help you win. And I think that's one of the moves. Shit, Karl Anthony Towns. I mean, he
never thought about it that way.
Man, he in prison up there in Minnesota. Shit, all right, man. Bring him on out here. Bring him to Atlanta.
Go ahead. Coach Nim, you said who
that's
you
why I said
that.
I think they.
I think Mo froze
When
up.
you that deep, you can run at a Bradley Beal. You can make a run at anybody.
Yeah. Right.
Can you see me now? I'm good.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, you good.
Am I good now?
Yeah, we good.
Yeah.
You go ahead.
Am I good?
Yeah, you good, bro.
When you that talented and you that deep, you can package anybody together. You know what I'm saying? That's my logic. And then also, if you take Brooklyn out the equation, right? You take Kyrie Irving out the equation. Is Brooklyn that much better than everybody in the East? I don't think so. I think they can be beat just as well as anybody else can be beat in the Eastern Conference if you take Kyrie out of the equation.
Oh yeah, if you take Kyrie, I thought, well, healthy ain't nobody. And I can't see anybody beating Brooklyn. But like I said, my biggest thing is health, man. Like I think Arlen alluded to this earlier, man. Like I know we say if healthy, but man, you talking about the Lakers into Brooklyn? That's a big if. That's a humongous if as far as health. You know, so I mean, like I said, we'll see. As far as Atlanta, man, you know, I think Jay Will brought him up. They still got Nate McMillan. You know, and I think they still are one player away, whether it's two guard or, like I said, I like that scenario you made with Big Cat, you know. So, like I said, it remains to be seen. You know who I think might be the odd man out this year? Maybe. But they won't be. The Knicks won't be a 4 seed this year. I know that much. They definitely won't be a 4 seed this year like they were last year. They'll be like 7th or 8th. I think they're going to be fighting. I think they're going to be fighting to make the playoffs.
We got to add. We're gonna continue. We're gonna keep rolling. Ed.
Okay, so we still talking about basketball?
Yes.
Awesome. All
right. So you got a perspective in it? What you got?
I mean, you know, I'm actually worried about Bradley Beal not getting the shot.
Bradley Beal,
why is he not catching flack? Why Kyrie catching all the flack?
I don't know.
But Kyrie catching all the flack.
I'm gonna tell you why.
He on a non-contender. Right.
But he's an all-star.
The reason why
Kyrie, but he's an all-star.
Okay, hear me out though. The reason why Kyrie is catching flack, because I think with the requirements with New York and then San Francisco or something like that with the COVID, in order to play or what have you, you have to be vaccinated. Those are that is the new mandate in New York, right. San Francisco, and somewhere else. In Washington, that's not the case, right? That's not the case right now. But the NBA, but hold on. The NBA just issued a mandate today.
Yes. They don't play.
Yeah. So right.
And then too, Kyrie catch a lot of flack, man. He always on some weird shit in the offseason, man.
He's on some different shit.
Every offseason, he in Taiwan, Mars, doing yoga, floating in space and shit. You know, every summer he do some wild shit.
Yeah, but that ain't really different, though. I think that's just him, man.
Something come up with Kyrie, man, they ready to blow it up in the media.
Yeah, it's just him. That's
just him. I wouldn't call it weird. I mean,
it's not weird.
Yeah, that's what he likes to do. That's what makes him different.
But
weird.
Man took sage to the damn Brooklyn Nets arena, burning
weird.
Nobody cares about Bradley Beal. Don't nobody care about the Wizards.
Oh,
that's why.
It's 31 teams that care about Bradley Beal.
They losers.
31 teams.
Hey, Jay Will.
It's 31 other teams that care about Bradley Beal if he's available, bro.
Jay Will. Look, this is a topic for another show, but don't come at my guy like that. You talking about weird? Your man wearing a skirt. So let's don't do that, man. You talking about weird? Let's don't do that, bro. Let's don't do that, bro. Let's don't do that, bro. You can't come for my guy like that, man. I'm just saying, bro.
That's funny because
he had a skirt and a V-neck sweater on with it.
Wait, Arlen, what you say, Arlen?
Nah, I was saying that's funny because me and Will had a conversation about that.
Yeah, we all did too.
Like, you know what I'm saying? What's different for
views
some
expressed
people?
by certain members of the No Cap Sports Show podcast
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing to do with that.
You heard it here first. No skirts.
Hell no, don't
Hey,
be too
Mo,
me.
man.
I'm good. Shit, wear
Hey, Mo, real
skirts,
quick.
whatever you want to wear. I'm good.
Hey, Mo
No.
Money, real
Just
quick,
get
man.
just bring it bring it home.
Just for our listeners, and I want everybody to
Let's
hear.
go.
I accept my apologies anyway. You don't just nod your head, however you want to do it. But
Okay.
Will, man, I want you, remember, man, I know that Los Angeles Lakers hat you got on, man. We was this was Will was getting married, man. We at the table, man, and Mo Money, man. Him and his pops, man. I mean, they said everything that they can think of. Boy, they talked dirty about me. And I told them, I said, hey, look, don't be surprised if the Lakers get put out in the first round to the Suns. And they said everything that you can think of about me. Call me crazy. And what do we know? Them boy got put out. So Mo Money, again, I just say, man, I accept my apologies anyway. We grown, man.
He said a head nod.
You know what, Arlon?
Brand me, whatever you say, man.
I'm gonna be the bigger man, and I want to apologize on behalf of AD weak ass knees. Whatever he was up to one.
I'll take that too.
Motherfucker got hurt. If he stayed healthy, I wouldn't even be hearing this bullshit.
LeBron was still hurt too, though. I still don't think LeBron was 100%.
I agree, Ron.
I still don't think
I
LeBron was
don't care.
100%.
We
Hey,
was
man.
up 2-1.
Said that.
Hey,
and
man.
I'm a LeBron fan, and I told
Yeah.
him, boy.
Yeah, he wasn't 100%.
Can I play devil's
He wasn't
advocate
100%.
real quick again?
Go ahead, bro.
I don't think LeBron was that hurt from the get-go, to be real with you.
Oh,
I don't.
That's a
High ankle sprain, bro.
Sit back
I
and
was,
listen.
I was watching the game when Solomon Hill dove at his ankle. If you watch
Right.
the tape, that man ankle LeBron ankle barely moved. He played another play. All of this. He went out the game. And when I was watching it with my father-in-law, with Maurice Daddy, me and Maurice Daddy said LeBron is not that, and he's the biggest LeBron fan you'll probably ever meet in your life.
Oh, trust me,
ever.
I know.
And look, he said LeBron is not that hurt, but watch, he sit out some games to add some dramatics. And then when AD got hurt, he hit. You know what really, really made me believe he wasn't that hurt? He said that weak ass statement about I don't think I will ever be 100% again in my career. Like, man, get that weak ass shit out of here, man. I don't want to hear that.
Hey, Ron, can you believe this?
I don't want to hear that, man.
I will say this, man. Jay Will is objective. He objective though, man. He is.
When he said, I don't think what great, come on, bro. Like, I don't think I will ever be 100% again in my career.
I heard that too,
Get
Jay
that
Will.
shit out of here, bro.
Bro, he's fucking 38.
I don't care, bro. I don't care.
Reasonable
Came in the league when he was 18.
I don't care, bro.
He said it like he's
Reasonable
23 or
faith.
something. You know what I mean?
No bull.
Like you gonna sit right here and say, "Oh, I got another 5 or 6 great years in me when it's going good for you," but then when you tweak your ankle, you gonna say, "I'll never be 100% again."
But
Well, then
that's
stop
different,
all
though.
this dramatic shit in the media about I got 5 or 6 more.
He is
All-Star
dramatic,
years.
bro. He's
Well,
dramatic.
come on, bro.
Well,
Like,
can I
He's
ask
very
you this
dramatic.
question?
go ahead.
Do you think he
Male attention whore.
Do you think he has 5 or 6 more great years left in him without being 100%? If the answer is yes, then the statement was true. I think he can play at 85% and still have 5 more great years.
Well, okay, so let me ask you
So he
this
can
before I
not be
answer.
100%
Before I
left and still
answer,
have
what
5 great
do
years.
we call
What
it
are we
great?
talking about?
What do we
5
call
more
it
great years? Wow, what's great?
Like the level that he's playing at right now.
What's
5
great?
great years? No, I'm saying what he said. LeBron said he got like 5 more great years left.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, what's like? I don't know what he consider.
I
Are
disagree
we
with that.
considering great like the level he's playing at right now? Like, I get it. People saying he's dropping off, but he's still playing at a high level. Like,
Man, I think you. If you're a top 10 player in the league, I think you're talking about a great year. So I think LeBron for another. I won't go 5 years. I'll give him 3 more years. Can say he can be a top 10 player in the league for another 3 years. Hell yeah.
okay, so let me ask you this. How? So y'all saying that you could tell he wasn't 100% by off he was playing in that playoff series, right? Against the Suns.
Yeah.
So playing at that level you think he can play at that level and be a top 10 player for the next 4 or 5 years?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm with Jay Will on that one.
You know what I'm saying?
I tell you what, man.
Sustainable. I don't see
Hey,
that.
You
I
see what I'm
tell you
saying?
what.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm sorry.
Shit, you thought that was
it's one or
Tom
the
Brady.
other, bro. It's one or the other. Don't get in the media. That's my point, Hart. I'm not questioning LeBron being great because I think he can still play at a good level. But that's also to my point of saying I don't think he was as hurt as he made it seem. Don't get on here and say,
you to decide though.
bruh, don't get on here and say I got 5, 6 great years left in my body, but then you turn around and say I'll never be 100% again, bro. It's one or the other. If you're hurt, then be hurt and say Father Time will tell. Don't sit on here and tell me 5 and 6 years, I
That's
can be
what I was
great.
getting ready to
Hold
say.
You know
But
when
then
he
when
does,
shit hitting the fan and it's
Right.
going
Hold on,
bad and
hold on,
losing.
hold on.
Because when he said
He
that,
didn't say that. Hold on.
when he said that,
this
they
out.
was on a losing streak. So his ass came out and said, "I don't think
Right.
I'll ever be 100% again." Like, bro, stop being a bitch, man.
Ron, this is good.
Bottom line, bro.
But he didn't. Hey, hold on.
Whether he on my team or
hold
not,
on
bro,
now.
like,
Now,
that
this
shit's
is where
solid.
I got to cut it in. Hold on. Check this out now. He said the comments about 5 or 6 more years pre-injury.
Hey, Jay Will off
And
the
then
hook.
he got hurt.
No more.
You know what I'm saying? Like that- those
No
comments-
more. He said that shit middle of the year too. He said it middle of the year as well. He always say that shit. He tried to give us some
But he
time
got
on how
hurt.
long he gonna be great.
He got
but then
hurt.
when shit hit
I
the fan,
ain't
he
hear
hurt.
no 5 years after he got hurt.
Yeah,
No,
but y'all know.
when is the 5 year talk after he got hurt? I ain't hear him say
I don't
nothing
give a
about
damn.
5
He
more
can
years
say,
after he
"I'll
got hurt.
never be- I'll never
I think
be."
he realized he's human.
Look here. In terms,
Oh,
look here.
yeah.
I'm gonna put my
all.
2 cents in it, and I'm gonna end it like this. Like I said, LeBron's not my favorite player, but I do know greatness when I see it. And yes, he's one of the ghosts, what have you.
Absolutely.
But to Jonathan's point, the only thing, and even Ron agree on this. The thing that I don't like about LeBron, he's such a narrative creator. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
He just create all these freaking narratives and stuff like that, or what have
It's
you,
exhausting.
man.
It's
And it
exhausting,
is.
bro.
It just
It's exhausting,
drains
bro.
the living daylights out.
It's exhausting.
And
And
it's these Bron nights. That's just go ahead. I'm
The
sorry,
only
go ahead, bro.
thing I hear
LeBron
you on that.
tards.
I hear you on that. The only thing that I will say,
Go ahead.
I don't think LeBron James is the first active NBA player to be a billionaire if he don't create narratives. It's a part of the brand. You can dislike it all you want to. It's a part of the brand.
That's true.
He is who he is. He's a
agree.
great basketball player, and he is a brand. LeBron James is a
Yeah, he a brand.
I'll say whatever the hell I
Yeah,
want.
he a
to.
brand.
So
But he
Stephen
still
A.
do the
and
most, bro. He do the most like a broad, bro. Like he just
Yeah,
reminds me of a
see-
girl who just does the most.
But see, that just
He
goes
do
to my
the
point,
most,
though,
bro.
Art. Like, because he knows if he makes that statement in the media,
Money.
I'll never be 100%
course.
again, it's going to put his name in the media. He knows
Money. Ching.
that. I get it, and that's
And then I'll
smart.
come back on there and
that's
give your ass
smart.
Money, yeah.
Now
That's
what?
my that's my point, Hart.
I
That's
need
why I
30.
say he says that, but like you say, he come back and average 30. I don't think you're
Right.
really that hurt. You're just saying that shit, but then he get a pass from
So
big
he
LeBron
cares.
fans when he pulled that bullshit.
I understand.
That's
A
my
pass
point.
for
I'm not
what,
saying
though?
he's not great. I think LeBron can
Here's
still be a
another
top 5
thing
player
y'all
over the
missing
next
about
3-4 years.
LeBron, right?
I just don't think that he was ever hurt. That's my whole point of this.
He
I
was
don't
hurt.
think he was ever that hurt.
He was hurt.
I'm not
Okay.
doubting the man's greatness. That's not. But I
He was
don't think the man was ever that hurt, bro.
So hold on. We want to talk about narrative with Fred. Who would you rather write your narrative, the media or yourself?
Myself.
You want yourself to write that narrative.
Myself.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right,
if you
myself.
put different things
I agree.
out there in the media, then you writing your own narrative.
Right.
Yeah, but it's false. That's the problem with him. It's just false. These false.
It's a lot of fault.
That's
It is,
that's-
bro.
That's the difference.
And I
look,
totally
bro.
agree.
It's,
I
it's
totally
these
agree.
false narratives and stuff
It's
like that's
false
the
in
problem that I have
conversation.
with.
You
Huh?
don't know.
Hey, I ain't saying
Conversation, you don't know.
not, but I mean he writes.
You said whether they're right or wrong. Hey, like I said, that's my issue. Like I said, I understand greatness when I see it, bro.
He writing them though. He writing his own script. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah. Hey, it is what it is, bro. You're right.
Mike ain't need to do all
I'm
that.
old
Go
school.
ahead.
I just want to see you play.
Look at all that. I just said that for all that.
So first of all, we want to
Mike played at a time when they didn't even have
Don't do
players.
it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it because I'm going to bank you next show. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Take the shit
Don't
out
do
of
it.
him, Ron.
I got him next show. I got him. I
Mike,
promise you.
Okay, go
Don't do
ahead.
it. Don't do it.
First off, we want to say thank you to
Hey,
Arlon.
Hey, when Michael Jordan started playing, you could buy a car for $300.
Oh, my God. Got you, bro.
Thank you very much. You handled yourself very well, even when Jay, Will, and Fred, did their thing. We appreciate you coming through. Thank you to everyone watching the show. Y'all hear it here now. Write it down, record it, whatever you need to do. Bucks repeat. All right? You heard that from me.
Oh my
Listen.
God.
All right. Family, thank you for watching the show. Fellas, what you got for us? Take us out.
Shit, I'll start, man.
Yeah.
I'll start. And I appreciate y'all for having me on, man. It was a great conversation. Y'all see me always in the comments, man. I'm making all my comments. I'm giving my 2 cents on everything, man. But I do appreciate y'all for having me
We
on.
appreciate you.
Like I said, I watch every week, man. I'm spreading.
Appreciate that.
I'm spreading the
What's up?
feed, man, and the
We appreciate you, bro.
conversations are always great.
Oh, yeah.
So thank y'all, man. Shout out.
Hey, you got an open invitation here all the time, man. Make sure you plug. Hey, man, go ahead and plug your training your training joint. Absolutely.
Oh shit. Well, I ain't gonna type, but we here in Atlanta. It's myself right now, but we got Elite Performance Institute. So like I said, man, I'll give a little shout out to my players, man. Y'all watch Auburn basketball. They come on the tube, man. Y'all tune in, man. Walker Kessler, Michael Whitmore, man. Southern Wesleyan, you up there in the Clemson area. Go check them out. Julian Cameron gonna be up there. Belmont, they come on ESPN.
Yes,
check them out. Will Richard, all of them, man. So like I said, I'm excited for them young boys. It's my favorite time of year. I get to see a little bit of what my work look like for these young cats, man. So, but I get to enjoy that stuff. So, man, y'all check them out and shit. Keep checking out the No Cap podcast.
Absolutely, bro. We definitely appreciate you. And like I said, man, you got an open invitation here anytime, champ. So we definitely appreciate you, fam. Any last word, guys? Go ahead, Flo.
Again, man, thanks, Arlon. Appreciate it, man. Anytime, man, anybody can support. I just got one question for you. You did hit the subscribe button on YouTube, right?
Of course,
okay, my man. I just got to make sure.
How about that? In the middle of the show, I had to go like it. So, I'm tapped in.
It's all good, man. Yeah, it's all good. And listen, Jay Will, and I ain't gonna keep this long. I love Ole Miss plus 14.5. I got close because I love Ole Miss plus 14.5.
Roll Tide, roll.
Not this week, baby. Not this week.
Okay,
we'll talk offline with that one.
Yeah.
Hey, well, you got anything for the family?
Oh no, shout out my boy Hart, man, for coming on, giving us a good episode, man. We appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
I think Mo fell off here.
Yeah.
But
Mo got that.
He need a Wi-Fi booster. I thought I needed a Wi-Fi booster. Wow.
Mo got that.
I'm good on the Wi-Fi. Good Verizon.
And the jitterbug login.
I had to switch.
Login. Wow.
From a MacBook to this old man.
No, it's all good.
Hey, my boy had to watch
He got a jitterbug.
Man, I went from a MacBook to this old computer, man. My wife was at work, so I ain't know how to work it.
It's all good, baby.
He had to use a match to get his hotspot going.
He had to use a match.
What's that, the Wi-Fi?
No.
All right, go ahead, Emily. Get us on out of here, baby.
All right.
Yeah, that's a Wi-Fi. Like, you know what I mean?
See y'all next week, 8 o'clock, same time, same bad channel. Love you.
Jimmy John.
Put your ass in the air, shake it down, yeah. Come on.